And we're live. Oh, okay. Test, test. 1, 2. And again, we are having a little bit of trouble. There you go. Awesome. And we are back live. What is a live without a little bit of technical trouble, right? Okay, okay. Now let me check. I usually put something in the center so I can find the center and move the cameras towards it. There you go. We are live. Botrix is live. And now the music. Thank you, Trendy Closet. We're gonna get the background music on. The background music is on in 3, 2, 1. Now. Awesome. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Okay. First, let's change the camera in TikTok. How is everybody? Good? Today we are doing a few little things. So, like I was saying, I was supposed to be priming. I was supposed to be priming the Zaku. Let me show over here. It's a little bit in pieces over there, but I still have to do those two legs over there, a few pieces over here. Was actually working on this little rifle over here, trying to get the lines to really be defined so they won't be obliterated by the primer. As you can see, many pieces of the rifle is gone, and I was still in the middle of this, but right now I feel like relaxing a little bit. So we're gonna continue the RX 78-2. This is the special 40 anniversary Gunpla. This is the 2.0. This is the master grade. I got the core fighter over here. That one is another Gundam. That is the Dreadnought Gundam. It's just there because he looks cool. And okay, we're gonna relax. Number one thing, I did the score fighter in the last live, and there's only a couple things that needs to be improved, and they are in the base. See this? Yep. You guys see that? Yeah, I gotta get rid of those. I gotta get rid of the nub marks in the base that I didn't, because last time we were so on time that I just couldn't spend another minute there because I spent a whole bunch of time. So I guess that now I can fix this. And because this is like clear parts and this the scariest because it's completely clear, I got 12K, 5K sanding paper. I also got water. I'm gonna do water sanding. Hey, hey. Awesome. Thank you. And after that, I've been reading the instructions. We're gonna have the body unit of the RX-78. Yep, time to build. We are streaming live on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, wherever, everywhere. And if you see me talking with somebody in the chat that you're not seeing, just know that it's another person in another stream. Usually I say, for instance, right now it's on TikTok, Trendy Closet. Hey, hey, hey. If you guys want to jump in the conversation, let me know. Thank you for all the hearts. Hey, hey. Welcome, welcome. Welcome everybody on YouTube. Welcome everybody on TikTok. Faustino, Igladores, Blast, Yovlanka. The thing that sounds not be. Oh, the thing that should not be. Sorry about that. That's a funny nick. Okay. Now, this is scary for two things. One, I gotta sand within, inside. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a deepness. And then inside is not as deep. Also, yeah, it's on this side. It's not on this side. Remember, if you're doing Gunpla, one thing, this is hard to transmit through the screen. Because sometimes you gotta touch. Right now I'm touching with my nail to see where this is. Can you guys see the two little round dots? These round dots happen because this is two molds with a hole inside, and inside the hole they inject the plastic. This is injection marks. Yes. Let me get a little bit of water. Thank you. You like the dragon? Awesome. I bet that he likes you too. So I'm gonna leave this for later. Let's first do this because this is a normal nub mark. Like I said, I was going so fast the other day I couldn't finish up the last part. A little bit of water. Hey, hey, welcome everybody. You know what I'm noticing? I could be a little bit more forward so you guys can see it clearly. This way I'm right underneath the light. This is really hard to see. I think because it's clear. I was afraid of starting this Gunpla. The main thing is because it has clear parts. And I know how clumsy I am, and I'm scared of getting a whole bunch of scratches here. But right now, I did that Core Fighter. It has a few. Okay, now I'm going to 1.5K. And what I'm doing is first I send this way. Now I'm sending the opposite way. So what I did, it's a bunch of tests. But even with the tests, I was afraid of doing clear parts in Gunpla. You know? See that? There still is. there's no way to say this, but get as much information as you can and then just jump. You never know how deep the water goes until you actually jump. You guys know what I'm saying? Wow, 202. Thank you so much, everybody. 456 hearts. Love that. If you guys can keep it up, banging those hearts, I really do appreciate. Okay, so now you see it's a little bit like milky, right? So now we gotta go even deeper. This is a 5K paper. Let me again wet. This is just water. So I went this way. Now I'm sending the opposite way. This way you can always see when the sending went all the way through, if that makes sense. You guys see that? It's way less milky, but still not there. And this is doesn't take that much. So this is 12K. I usually like cutting in small bits like this. So I just grab a pencil and drew what is the grade. Hey Charles, how you doing? Hey Pipa. So yeah, just chillaxing today. Oh yeah, I also found a way to put memes in the live stream, so I can just click a button and click a button and it didn't play. Wow. Oh, I see.
Nice.
Awesome, right?
Nice.
Oh, and TikTok is a little bit to the side. Oof. Don't worry, I will fix this. Well, maybe not right now, but I will. Right now, we're just trying to get this clear part. Seems to be a-okay right now, right? Let me just sand it off a little bit more. This is the finest one I got, 12K. Actually, it's not the finest one I got. The finest one I got will be these two. Oh. So when you want to really polish to the max, you I would use these two. I tried them and I couldn't be happier. Like this, first you use the fine, then you use the finish. This is Tamiya Compound. There is a third one that is coursed, but the coursed one will be, I don't know, like a 5K grit, which is this one. So yeah, I think I don't know. I'm not going that far. It is a little bit expensive, so it's not super expensive, but it's a little bit expensive. That's the reason why I'm not like... You guys see that? It's gone. Oh yeah. Look, this is a nub mark. This is nothing. Nothing over here. And this is important mainly because these clear parts, we cannot paint it clear. You know, so a deep cleanup of the nub parts is like super duper important to get like a super clean finish. Does that make sense? At least I want like to have this, that at least I know there's plenty of people out there who will do way more better job than me building. I know that. I'm a noob. And this in this I am a noob. I know that. But what I do want is to do the best that I can, right? This is apple juice. For all intended purpose, this is apple juice. Okay. I'm happy with this finish. Now let's do this one, right? And also we have one over here. A little bit hidden. So, hey, one thing that I'm gonna try to do is check out if any of my friends are online right now, and we're gonna connect. What do you guys say? Let me see if there is any co-host. Oh yes, yes there is. Let me try again. Funny how I cannot do the co-host with... Let me check. Give me a moment. Okay. Really hard to do this now. Wow. Okay. Let me skip this. Okay, it seems that it's not online. That's a-okay.
It's the Ashley.
We are almost there. Give me just 1 second, everybody. Okay, got it. Let me try the reaction box. How it looks on TikTok. Okay. Awesome, awesome sauce, everybody. So, setting. There you go, adding moderators. And we got it. Everything seemed to be working a-okay. So let me see. We're gonna go for the reaction cam. Right now we're gonna react to the muscle car modeler. I hope you guys like this guy. Personally, I really do like, since that I have to redo the live stream on TikTok again. Wow. No, it's working. It's working. Sorry about that. Hey, Charles. So again, if you guys like this guy,
well, hello, model car fans.
this
Welcome
is the
to
muscle
the Muscle Car
car
Modeler.
modeler.
My name is Raul.
Wow.
And this week I'm doing some more
Starts
playing around here.
hard.
This is my 2018 Dodge Demon here. This is a 3D printed conversion kit from Dialex out in Germany. I showed it to you once before and you guys...
By the way, I'm looking at what people been doing with 3D printers and I'm impressed. You know, when I was in college, and I had two colleges, one in Europe, one in Brazil. And in Brazil, I did a paper and I submitted the paper to like win awards. And it was about the business model of people who would only sell blueprints on 3D printing. And guess what? I didn't want anything. And now, 10 years later, they're doing that. But they are doing that in a way that's like way different. If you think about it, all those stores that we walk in and had tons and tons of models, yes, they're awesome. I love it. Oh yeah, there is a videos coming out. I already have quite a few ready to go. But there are videos coming out about Hobby Lobby soon. Funny videos too. So yeah. So right now, I was talking about 3D printing, right? I'm impressed at some things that people are doing in 3D printing. Actually, at my work, I have the guy who does have a 3D printer, but he does not make minis. He does a whole bunch of stuff and he loves to 3D print. I guess everybody has a different thing. And I can feel right here, there's a little bump. Right here. This is something also I cannot just like, it's not that I cannot say, it's something that you gotta feel. I guess I can't say, but you guys cannot see it, right? This is what I'm talking about. Certain things I cannot transmit by the images or the sound as deeply as I can. Basically, what it was is that in the very corner there was a part that was bumping up. I guess where the oh, that's beautiful. Just for good measure, the 12K. Now this is the last one. Then we're gonna go to the really hard one over here. There's oh, and I see an extra one over there. So this is the main thing about doing this. One is like building, you know? And when you're building, it's such a manual thing. You touch, you feel. Okay, let's continue checking out this. This is the Muscle Car Modeler. If you like this guy that I'm checking his build, it's an awesome build. Join him straight up.
I'm really interested, and I glued most of the stuff to the body. So I continued kind of working on that a little bit here and a little bit there. And here it is, pretty much just fully mocked up with the interior in it and everything. Just, again, just playing around, but seeing how everything fits. Got the wheels on there and mirrors on there. And I even been working on this
Those
rear
are
spoiler. But
scary.
she's looking really good. Haven't got any primer on her. But I'll show you some close-ups of this thing
Scary good.
and how it's going and start taking it apart. But here I am. I'm just kind of trying a different camera angle here. Got some of my projects in the background here that I'm working on also. So I got a lot of projects kind of bouncing on and off my desk, and doing some body work.
That's something also I'm doing. I don't know if you're like me. Some people start one project and like keep going on that project and won't start another one until you finish. I have like 3-4 projects. Right now I got the RX-78, right? I got the Zaku, prepping him for primer, just like that guy is prepping him for primer. I got the dragon there that I'm supposed to paint, but I'm still doing some experiments with the paint because one shot thing. And then there are 2 little projects that I gotta start. Trying to do some metal bending builds. I saw some. I got 2 kits. I think it's gonna be fun. This is like really, really. There you go. Okay, half of it is gone. There's just a tiny dot over there. Once it's gone, I'm gonna start playing the file jumpings.
And playing with some of this stuff. And this is one, one of those ones where I showed you as far as future projects for this year, as I was just kind of playing with it just to see how it was going to look and how the pieces fit on the body. So that's kind of how it got into this stage. Really wasn't going to be one that I was going to jump on and get going right away, or at least that's what my original plan was. But that kind of went out the window.
Yep, plans change.
Having some fun with this thing and fully mocking it up. This is a curbside AMT kit, of course. That's the box art right there. It's a 2008 Challenger, and this thing's looking good. I'm getting excited about getting primer on this thing and getting some work, but really happy with the way that wing came out. That's not the wing that came in the kit, and it's not the wing spoiler that DLX provides too, but I wanted one that really was up a little bit farther and tilted in and really looked like the Demon's wing. So believe it or not, that's actually from the Revell Monogram TA Challenger is what that is. And it's funny because
I thought he made that wing.
It's good. Actually the one that's in one of the older AAR CUDA kits. Put the two AAR CUDA kits that had this wing in here, box art over there, the green one and the white one. But the latest AAR CUDA kit that's 1/25th scale does not. It's completely different tooling. So, it's spare in there, or you can get it from the TA kit if you wanted to. But it's a little wide and a little more upright. So I sectioned it right here to narrow it down. And then I also sanded this to follow the contours like the modern Challengers do instead of having it a little bit more upright. So blended it all in, and then
I'm not a car guy. I love cars, but I haven't done a car yet. But I tell you what, I learned so many techniques from these car guys. It's like awesome. You guys know what I mean? There you go. It is clean, but now again, it's milky, like we knew it was gonna be. Right? Now let's start flipping.
Sanded this notch in here down to get it to look like the real car. So I'm really happy with the way that thing came out and getting it to bend in there. So it's just temporarily glued in place. Some of this is just mocked up in place, but most of the stuff on the body here is permanently glued. Hood, fascia, the grill is not. The grill comes out. Matter of fact, see, I think it is temporarily glued, but yeah, there's a little bit of temporary glue on there, but I'll pop that sucker right out. Rest of this is glued. There's a grill that goes in here that I didn't temporarily glue. It just kind of fits in there, but you can kind of see all the stuff there. The front spoiler is not glued in place. It can break pretty easily. The wheels are again
This
temporarily
is like
glued, but
crazy, the
they
amount
fit
of
there.
detail.
Now the wheels, to me, I don't know about you guys, they seem just a little bit small. Like they could be a little bit bigger. The fronts I lowered a little bit just to get them to sit down a little more where I like, and I think I'm going to lower the rear just a little bit as well. But other than that, pretty happy with the way this thing is coming out. I haven't really done any body work to it other than, roughing it in, no putty work. One thing I do have to do is change these door handles. That's something I haven't done. So that's like the next thing on the body on this thing. So we'll start
The
taking some
changes
of this
that
stuff
those guys
apart
do
here.
to each car is
So
impressive.
it's a little touchy. Here we go, getting the front end off. Here we go. So I get a little worried about this because this can break easily. Matter of fact, another chunk just came off. Seems like this thing just keeps breaking every time I mess with it, but we'll get that glued back in place. But get the rest of this out. Here we go. Now, I did notch these, take the circles out a little bit so that I could slide it in place and get it pushed down. Exhaust doesn't quite line up into the fascia, but here you can see where I lowered the front a little bit by drilling the holes, moved the pin up a little bit, maybe a little too high, but I like where it's sitting. But I may lower the rear just a tad. I may even move the wheels back just a little bit because they seem to be a little bit more forward. But we'll see what's going on with that. But that's just more and more mock-up here.
This guy
Interior
is
is just
like,
kind of same thing. It's taped. You can see the tape there. But I put the interior in there. Now, the seat's in there for the moment, but I'm going to do the Demon without the rear seat. So I'll, paint all that, fill it all in. But you can see that some of the wheel wells show. So I'll make sure that those are painted black.
one thing that I love about this guy is that he make it look like super easy. Now, props to him because each detail requires you to stop and like first time doing it, it's like stop, think, and like how can I do this, you know? This guy, what he does, it's really like he makes things look easy. It's like props to him, the muscle car modeler. He's just showing you what he's doing. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and jumping you with all the things he done. Like if you stop and you think of each thing, how can like, hey Nick, welcome. If you think of every single thing that this guy puts in each detail, it's like amazing. Look at this. I'm here all this time just trying to get this one nub mark off a clear part, and it's hard because it's a clear part and you want it to be perfect. This guy is showing I don't know, it's like I would say art, yeah. What he does is art because it requires a touch. I'm just dabbling with this. That guy has talent. Let's put play.
Black too. But everything else in the interior fits really, really nicely. So I'm pretty happy with how that's all going. So, and it's, the entire interior is a Dialex also. It's a separate kit, but, they sell the interiors too. So you don't have to get it. You can get it separately from the body kit. But, and then, I taped the windows in. That's just taped in there. Those are the AMT ones. And these mirrors, they're not glued. They're just in place, but got them ready. So this thing is pretty much ready for some paint. Primer. Let's see, where's my This taillight's just kind of tucked in there. The only thing the taillight is missing is the Dodge letters that go right here. Have to figure something out with those, because I've got those emblems, but they really aren't gonna, they don't have those. So I think I got them on one of my photo etch kits as well, or maybe in decals, but I haven't looked so far in that. This thing does not want to pop out. There it goes. Get that lens out of there. This is going to be tricky to paint, but most of it is black. And then some of it you just can't see.
If you guys want to be a guest, just say so.
How this is on the real car, because it's all like
Charles
LEDs and stuff, so they're bright when you step on them, but when it's not lit up, they're pretty dark. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge to paint, but it's going to be mostly black. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how that's going to work out, but we'll see. And we'll get the rest of this interior taken apart here. Like I said, it's all tape. This thing fits pretty nicely as far as the dash goes, but it's just these two pins that go into the door panels. And I did temporarily glue the steering wheel, but I can get that back off. But detail painting this is going to be, fun, not too bad. Really don't have any decals for, I'll see if I got anything from other kits that I can use for the infotainment system. And then none of this is glued, it's just all taped. Here we go. Really didn't do much sanding on this stuff, but here we go. Really nice door panel. But now I know exactly where it goes and how it goes. The other weird part is, let's get this off here. Because all of this is going to get
looks beautiful.
Painted black.
Awesome.
Disappear.
Every dog breed has unique needs. That's
nope. Sorry about that, guys.
All right. But these seats, they're kind of glued in place. The console is temporarily glued in place as well. But it seems like these seats don't fit too well. If you look at the patterns.
So I'm gonna start by folding this to try to get to this.
This stuff really does grab pretty well. It seems like this diamond pattern or whatever that is much bigger than this other side. So one seat fits, one don't.
So one thing that I love about
I might just be
not having sanding sticks, but having sanding
so I don't have to worry
paper.
about it, because there's a recess on the bottom of this,
cut it,
but it doesn't quite catch or line up.
So
and the seats are specific left and right. They've got the switches on the outsides and stuff. But once the door panel's on here, you can't see any of them. But they are left and right specific. So it's kind of a nice detail. But with the amount of windows you have, there's not much you can see through them. And I'll soak those to get the
I like what this guy is doing, but let me check it out. Something else. Right now, I was wondering. Yes. We are now gonna check it out. What
is the first
SpaceX is doing.
Orbital-class rocket booster to land and be reused.
Awesome.
SpaceX's Falcon 9 first stage. It first successfully landed on December 22nd, 2015, and as of the release of this video, it has done so more than 400 times in 15 years of service. To this day, no one can repeat this engineering feat. Many experts consider it an industry-disrupting technology, enabling SpaceX to dominate the worldwide launch market. And this is Starship, SpaceX's next rocket currently in development. It's the largest rocket ever flown. When finished, it's meant to be completely reusable and it doesn't have legs to land on. But why? Why would SpaceX get rid of the one technology that gives it that industry-leading rocket? Why would they risk catching the Starship with a giant tower? Why would they switch from legs to a giant catch tower if they're comfortably in the lead? This is the story of how and why SpaceX made its own greatest invention obsolete. Why is SpaceX ditching the legs?
You guys can see that now very clearly. Yeah, it's really...
My name is Felix, welcome to What About It? Let's dive right in. So, how did they do it? How did SpaceX become so dominant in the space industry? Rocketry isn't a new thing anymore. In fact, it all started almost 800 years ago. At this time, the Chinese and the Mongols were at war. During the Battle of Kai Kang, the Chinese repelled the Mongol invaders with a barrage of arrows of flying fire. These fire arrows were a simple form of a solid propellant rocket, comparable to today's firework rockets. Mongol barbecue became a thing and rocketry was born. Fast forward to March 16, 1926 in Auburn, Massachusetts. This is Robert Goddard, an American physicist and rocketry pioneer. He's about to launch his greatest invention, the first ever liquid-propelled rocket. 800 years have passed since a bunch of very surprised Mongols found out that arrows of fire are a thing now. Many consider this the beginning.
Wait, tell me this. And this is why I don't believe the Chinese records. Okay? 800 years. You invented a super weapon. This never happened throughout history. You invent a weapon that's extremely good, and you decide not to use it ever again for 800 years. You guys see why am I why I'm not trusting the story? This never happened throughout the world. One person invented the knife. They use knife until today. One person invented the swords. There are still swords being used till today. Somebody invented the handguns. There are handguns being used every day. Somebody invented the TNT. They use that up to today, every day, ever since they invented. Now you're telling me that the Chinese invented rockets and they decided for 800 years never to use it. Yes. It says that they used fire arrows, not rockets. Okay, this is still being a little bit too stubborn. I'm gonna go to a higher grit. Okay, let's get back to the video.
Of modern rocketry. The leap from a very simple solid fuel-based arrow of fire to a complex machine utilizing liquid fuel to propel itself was a giant leap back in 1920s Auburn, Massachusetts. It paved the way for everything to come after it, all the way up to today. Of course, today it's way more sophisticated. This is the latest and greatest from United Launch Alliance, one of the biggest traditional launch providers in the world. This is ULA's Vulcan rocket. Many consider it second after SpaceX in the US rocket launch market. Vulcan is competing with Falcon 9, and even though it's brand new and had its maiden launch just over a year ago, it's failing to keep up with SpaceX. Since its first launch at the beginning of 2024, it launched once again on October 4th of the same year. That's it. By comparison,
Yep,
SpaceX's
that's
Falcon
it.
9 launched 132 times in 2024. That's
And
every
it's more
3 days.
expensive.
But how is this possible?
A lot can change in 5 years, but the price of your internet plan won't. With Verizon, get a 5-year price guarantee and plans start at
Come
$35.
on.
Vulcan is considered cutting edge and high tech. It is made from forged aluminum and equipped with 2 state-of-the-art Blue Origin BE4 engines in its first stage. This methane-powered beast can lift 27 tons to low Earth orbit on a single launch. That's almost 4.5 tons more than what Falcon 9 can lift to low Earth orbit, and it looks way fancier. How is this not better than this? The answer is easy and complicated
Price.
at the same time. It's reusability. Consider this. You've done your vacation planning, a big trip to another continent. You're all excited. You get to the airport, board your plane with all the other travelers, and fly to your dream destination. Great. Once you arrive in paradise, your plane's doors open in mid-air. Flight attendants hand everyone a parachute, and you and your fellow travelers jump out of the plane. The last thing you see before you hopefully land on the ground safely is the plane crashing into the ocean. Let's play a guessing game. What would that trip cost you? The math is simple. Let's use an Airbus A320 for this comparison, as by numbers it's the most common modern airliner and it has a nice round average
Yeah,
price of
reusability
$100
make the
million
cost
per
lower.
plane. Now,
Hey, welcome every Toasty Tortilla. Hey, Wolf. Dude, right now my tummy still hurts because I had too many tacos. Welcome everybody. Let me change this. I'm trying to fix up this is clear parts. And I'm trying to fix up some injection marks on clear parts. If you guys can like, share, and subscribe, it will be much appreciated. So right now, this is a part from this little guy. It's basically a stand, but it's a clear stand. Unfortunately, because it's clear, I cannot just cover up the injection things with paint. So I gotta sand it to perfection. There is an edge there, and I'm using this edge to follow up. Hey, Tony. Hey, Don Gato. Hey, Chris. Hey, Donny Love. We are streaming live on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Kick. Yeah. So if you guys love Gunpla, tell me what you're building. And yes, I do believe we got rid of all those two, but there's a tiny one for the ones who didn't see. Can you see that circle right over there? Let me get this. Yeah, I can point with this. Right over here, there is this circle. There was two other circles here and here, and right now they vanished. So this is 800. Now this is water, simple water. Let me remove a little bit of the debris. Keeping things clean is always the best thing. Okay. Water again. Just water. Hey, everybody. So many people. If you can tap in that window so you can give me hearts, that will be very much appreciated. So next will be this one. This is 1500. So I did do a lot of this way. Now I gotta do this way. And because this is a little bit hard, what I do, and I love to do, it's use sandpaper so I can cut it, so I can make it in the shape I need it to be. Hey, dream big, build small. How you doing, my man? This is the thing I told you. I'm really scared of clear parts. One, because I'm clumsy. Two, it's because, well, because I'm clumsy, I'm afraid I'm gonna scratch it. And if I'm not gonna scratch it, there is a lot of work in order to get clear parts up to standard, right? So because I'm sanding, sorry about that, because I'm sanding the opposite way to what I was sanding before. Sorry about that, guys. I can check exactly when the sanding is good enough. Still is milky. We are getting this done. Don't you guys worry. It will eventually get clear. So if you have any questions, just tell me what you guys are building on. Okay, let me get the background music. And you know what? No background music. Let's keep on keeping on checking up on SpaceX.
Remember, the plane isn't being reused for your trip.
This
It's
is
only
What
one
About
trip
It.
for our brave Airbus, and then it's a submarine. At best, a high-tech coral reef, but likely just a big debris field floating in the ocean. So we divide the $100 million by 186, the number of passengers it can carry in its largest version. That's a very inconvenient ticket price of more than $500,000 and some change. I bet that is way above your travel budget. Few people could afford to take a flight on this plane just to get somewhere. Heck, we haven't even talked about the return trip. Imagine what else you could do with this money. Screw planes, I'll take the car. The only reason you can get not just a one-way ticket, but even the return flight for around $500, which is 0.1% of our non-reusable A320, is, you got it, reusability. No plane drops into the ocean at its destination. That's madness. There aren't any parachutes involved either. I mean, at least I hope so. Instead, it lands. You and your luggage get out, the plane is cleaned, refueled, and restocked with some
You guys see
questionable
that?
dinner selections, and
It
on
was
we go.
quite
Another
milky, right?
186 passengers are looking forward to a nice trip for cheap money. We have an environment that
5K.
is so competitive using mass-manufactured vehicles that this CEO even claims that he'd make seats optional if he could.
Did you want to make passengers stand on planes to fit more people in, a la the tube?
Yes.
What? ULA's shiny and brand new Vulcan rocket is the plane that falls into the water. SpaceX's Falcon 9 is the one that lands. Granted, not all of it lands, but we'll get to that part in a moment. And that's how we end up with one of the leaders in the launch industry launching its rocket twice in a year, and SpaceX launching 130 times over the same period. Reusability has some significant advantages. Among others, it drops the price. Buying one ULA Vulcan and launching it into space costs you $110 million. In comparison, the most recent information shows that a Falcon 9 launch costs only around $67 million. The cost per kilogram to low Earth orbit for a ULA Vulcan rocket is roughly $4,000. SpaceX's Falcon 9 does the same for less than $3,000. Screw those 5 tons extra, this is very cheap for a giant rocket going to space for you. In addition, SpaceX always
Thank you
has
for
a
the
booster
hearts.
ready. They don't need to build a new one every time, they can reuse an old one. This allows for a much faster launch cadence. SpaceX can even replace a malfunctioning booster on the fly. On the Astranis From One to Many mission, they had a post-ignition abort on the launch pad, and within 8 days they had the payload and the upper stage up on a different booster. ULA couldn't possibly build a complete Vulcan rocket every 3 days, which was SpaceX's Falcon 9 launch cadence in 2024, as mentioned before. SpaceX's current record holder, Falcon 9 booster B1067, has launched and landed 25 times so far. You can tell by looking at the soot cover. The darker the
25
booster, the more
times.
flights it has done.
That's
This booster is basically the
a lot.
Chuck Norris of rockets.
Sure, honey.
It flew first on June 3rd, 2021 for the commercial resupply mission 22 towards the ISS, and last on January 10th, 2025 for a Starlink launch. It's flown every 54.87 days since it was introduced to SpaceX's fleet. But we're not trying to praise Chuck Rocket, we're trying to solve the leg question. Falcon 9 boosters land on legs. 4 of them flip out just before it sets down either on a drone ship in the middle of the ocean or back at a so-called landing zone next to the pad it launched from. It's a simple but very effective solution. The legs lock into place when deployed, making them reliable. They're also lightweight and durable, which is very important for a rocket. It's an easy-looking trick, but don't be fooled. There's a reason why no one else has been able to copy this on an orbital-class booster in almost a decade. Landing a rocket coming back from space is extremely difficult. The forces and temperatures such a booster must endure for minutes on each flight are right on the edge of what's possible with today's tech. An Airbus A320 has a much easier time. All this is realized through a delicate play between engineering design, software programming, and physics. There is no doubt that SpaceX's Falcon 9 is a marvel of engineering second to none in today's rocketry. SpaceX's story started with Falcon 1, a very crude.
But Falcon 9 has its drawbacks. Number one is the fuel that it uses. It still uses Metalock, right? That's like really hard to maintain, really hard. I know, I don't think Falcon 9 uses Metalock, but it does carry a heavy fuel. And a fuel that's hard to redo. Because a Starship main fuel is going to be hydrogen. They can get the hydrogen and the oxygen from hydrolysis of water. Oh, you guys see this? Turns out this one is gone, but this one is not. Okay. That's why it was so hard to clean there. Right? And we will be right back. Just a second.
You need a pair of gloves.
Oh, just a second.
I'll get them. Just hand them the box to me. You need them today?
Not
Here.
And we're back. This is like one of the hardest parts in order to make it look good. Crazy, right? Well, at least now it kind of looks okay. Let me get water. Awesome. Okay, there. Simplify chat to be faster to read. Okay. This is 5K grid now. Let me put play. Oh, forgot, guys. Let me put
simple
Let's
rocket.
check it out.
Its only purpose was to reach orbit and demonstrate to the US Department of Defense that this private space company could reach orbit. Until 2006, something like this had only been accomplished twice. Conestoga, the world's first privately funded rocket, launched 3 times between 1981 and 95. Then there was Orbital Sciences' air-launched Pegasus, which flew 45 times between 1990 and 2021. Both were from the US and both were rather small and not fully liquid-fueled, which is considered the most difficult rocket type to master. However, SpaceX's goal was different. Falcon 1 first launched on March 24, 2006. It launched a total of 4 times from a small island in the Pacific Ocean. 3 of these launches were failures and almost drove a very young SpaceX into bankruptcy.
If the last flight didn't work, it was going to be bankruptcy.
The 4th launch on July 14, 2009 left a deep mark in spaceflight history. It was the first time a privately funded company reached an orbit around Earth with a fully liquid-fueled rocket. After this, SpaceX immediately retired Falcon 1. Remember, this was just a demonstrator. The real deal was Falcon 9, named after the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars and the number of engines in its first stage. Its first flight in the V1.0 configuration commenced on June 4, 2010, and it was a success. SpaceX had demonstrated that a private company could develop, produce, and launch a medium-lift launch vehicle. But if there is
12K.
one thing true about SpaceX, it's that nothing is ever good enough. Falcon 9 V1.0.
Hey Gundam, I'm done build Wing Gundam and I create more wings for the... Oh, that's cool. Where did you get the wings though? Let me put background music. Where did you get the extra wings? Is it from another kit? With runners? Oh, that's creative. Looks like Rio grade. That's cool. Say, did you already have like, how do you say? Oh, I see. I thought you were gonna use like, what's the name? Blue stuff. And you were gonna do like copy of the parts in order to have extras. But you inscribe the guns, the wings. That, I think that's even more like complex. Okay, awesome. Give me 1 second. Let me see multigas. I don't know why TikTok is a little bit slow today. A lot slow. And there you go. Okay, I'm trying to maximize you. Expand. Oh, nice. Oh, you use the you panel line with that panel line liquid that is like glow in the dark, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't used that one yet. What's the brand you're using of panel line liquid?
This is EG model, EG New Gundam.
Oh,
By describing this for more detail.
that's cool. That's their yellow or green? Green.
Green.
Oh, that's nice.
And look at this one. This one, look at this one. Wait. Do you see this?
Oh, that's the ah. Oh, that's cool. In the middle of the forehead. It's not the Strike Gundam. That's the.
MK2.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's the X-Wing, right?
Yeah. Look at the chest.
Yeah, the center. Did you paint by brush or did you paint with airbrush?
brush.
But that's cool.
And this, look at this.
Oh, that's the sword. How did you do that? Did you dip it? Or did
I
you...
create my own. I create my own to light this beam saber.
Oh,
Great
that's cool.
idea. Own idea.
Did you use like... I know there's a 3D printing cord that is like glow in the dark. Did you use that?
No, it's a fluorescent color. Light.
Uh,
Fluorescent light.
that's cool. Did you take pictures of it in poses? I think that might be cool. Do you have videos in your channel?
No.
Oh, I think you should do some. Those are cool.
And this one.
Is there a core fighter? No,
Wing
that's
Gundam.
Wing
This is
Gundam,
the Wing
yeah.
Gundam. And this is the
Flight
another
form.
wing. This is another wing. I create this wing.
Oh, you did it out of plastic. That's cool.
Like this.
Uh-huh.
I connect this like this to this.
Oh, you're gonna make it thicker. But when you make it thicker, won't it influence when it transforms?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah.
check that.
Wait. Look at this face.
This
Look
is
at
the
this face of
face.
Wing Gundam.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the face of the Liberty, right? Oh, cool. Do
This
you
is
have...
a high grade. This is a high grade only.
It's okay. That's a high grade too. That's the Dreadnought Gundam, and I love that guy. Especially his
And
backpack. It's like
this is
the
the chest.
to be in space. Is that the Shining Finger? Shining Gundam. Oh, that's it. I know what you gotta do. Shining Gundam put the whole hand in that color. Right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be cool. That's nice. So, does it glow with any light or only UV light?
UV light.
Ooh.
This is the UV light.
That's cool.
And you know what? What I use panel liner. This is a black shampoo.
Black shampoo?
Yeah, black shampoo powder. I panel this. I use this to panel liner.
Ah,
Black shampoo only. Powder. Black shampoo powder. And I mix this.
I never heard somebody using that. That's creative.
Only me. Only me. Only me.
You know, creativity is the key in these Gundams, I think. You think of something and then you start to machinate in your head like, how can I do it? Right?
Yeah.
There are people who has how do you say, tons and tons of money, and they do like awesome stuff, but I believe it's real like excellent when somebody out of something ordinary of every
this?
day, you know, something that they
Look
use
at
every
this.
day.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
What is that?
This is the luminous tape. Shape of eyes and body, waist to light them.
Wait, so did you create the tape?
Yeah.
Oh, so you painted the tape in order to apply it?
Yeah, I applied this to my kit.
Oh. And you know something? This is something that I saw yesterday. I didn't know about this. But there
If you want this, just message me if you want to how to create this, and I will tutorial like this.
Oh yeah, I want to know that. Also, there are some people who, with painter's tape, they do capes for the Gundams.
And this one not tape. This one is not tape. This is for panel fluorescent.
Oh, that's so cool. That's really bright. Hey, Gandeni.
Gundam. Uy, Gundam. Ni
She's cool,
ni
she's
Angry
cool.
Happy. Do you know Philippines?
Actually, there's tons of people from the Philippines that do a ton of Gunpla. And it's like, you guys have plenty of choice on your Gunpla, especially, what's the name? Third, what's the name?
You know, speak Tagalog.
Oh no, I cannot. I cannot follow. I
Why?
actually know 4 languages, but I cannot speak Tagalog.
Why?
I just can't. I never learn it. Teach me something in it. Oh,
Take it in words of take it. Philippines means kunin mo.
wait, slow. What it?
Take it is in Filipino kunin mo.
Ticket?
Yeah, take it is kunin mo.
Kunimo.
Kunin mo.
Kuninmo.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Tell me how to say hello, fellow glue sniffers. I said that in the other day and everybody was laughing. And they said it, but they said it really fast. They translated. How would you say hello, fellow glue sniffers?
Kamusta ka what ano again?
Hello, fellow glue sniffers.
Fellow snippers.
Hello, friends, glue sniffers. something like that. That's
Hello,
smell glue.
friends.
Because everybody who does this smells a little bit of glue gluing the the parts, right? How would you say it?
Mm. Ano nga ba? Ano nga ba yun?
It's okay.
How long you start Gantla pala?
Not long. Less than a year.
Okay, how many years?
Less than one.
Oh,
When I was a kid, I always wanted to, but never had time or money. Now I don't have that much money, but I don't have that much time. But I said either I start or I will never do it. You know? I like working with my hands though. I really do love. Oh, let me show you this. Just a second. I'm gonna put enlarge my camera.
okay.
Did you ever use this?
No, I never used that.
This is Tamiya polishing compound. You gotta use it with a microfiber cloth though. Let me get one piece that I didn't use yet. And this is specially for those parts that are cleared. So there, you see, there was some imperfections on the clear, right? And still is a little bit milky because when you sand, it becomes all scratched, right?
Yeah.
So I sanded with 800, then 1500, the sandpaper, then 5000, 12,000, and then I used the fine compound, and now I'm gonna use the finish compound, and it's gonna be like super clear.
I see.
Because these parts we cannot paint if there is imperfections, right? They're clear.
Yeah, I see.
If we could paint, it would be way easier. I'm here sanding away, you know, and polishing away.
That's a high grade.
This is a master grade. My first master grade. I never did a master grade before. Let me show you. This is the core fighter of it. And it's this guy here. I'm still building it.
RX-78.
Yeah, but this is the 40-year anniversary. This is the 2.0 version. They already have the 3.0, but this version has like clear parts. You see this?
Wow. Yeah, I see.
And these clear
Wow.
parts, I was scared of starting because, you know, I'm clumsy. I'm gonna scratch it. That's why I'm doing things like very, very slow and taking my time. And I'm trying to make it like in anything that we do. Gunpla, right? We try to do the best that we can. So now, okay. Hey, Prowl's #1 fan. there still is a little bit of milkiness in the end there. You guys see that? Let me get the 5, not the 5K. Here it is, the 12K. This is very, very detailed work. And it takes a little bit of time, but hey guys, this is a hobby, right? You do it out of love. Now, again, a little bit of fine. You don't need much with this. Hey, Nando. Not much. Just polishing some clear parts to get rid of some imperfections. The problem with clear parts is that we cannot paint, right? So this is Tamiya compound. Just a second, I gotta close. I always forget close these things, you know? Always forget. Oh, like a clear coat? I will clear coat eventually. But I have to take the imperfections off, because otherwise this had some what's the name of those marks? Injection marks inside the part, you know, those circles. So if I don't remove them, they will be there even with a clear coat. They will look like panel liners. Clear coat, but it's paint for the airbrush. Oh, really? That I did not know, my friend. Do you know the name of that one? Hey, Gun Demi. Demi. Thank you so much for the heart. Awesome. Oh, I gotta check that. That will be cool. I was thinking that a clear coat would be great, just the clear coat. But if I can fill up some imperfections, Createx, dude, Createx is the thing I use. Let me see, reducer. I was thinking this gloss top coat. Oh, Creatix is not Createx. Is it another one? It might be. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna try to check it out. I got plenty of I'm gonna dive in again on the Createx site. I really, really like how Createx paints are very pigment heavy. You know, you don't need many coats. And their colors are like one mixable, two, they adhere really well to any surface at all. They stick there. I have like minimum how do you say, tip dry with Createx, also because their reducer is good. I like the 4021 reducer. I don't use any other. They have like 4 reducers, but that's the oldest reducer, and for me, I think it's the best reducer. I think all the other ones are for like either t-shirts or car parts. You know, many people use Createx even to do like motorcycle parts and all that. It's like quality paint. I say like I approve this message. And no, I'm not paid by Createx. Although Createx, if you want to send me a whole bunch of your paints, they'll be well used. Okay, look at this. Polished to perfection. Eh? The stand is polished to perfection. Eventually I will paint it, but not right now. Oh, I put it wrong way. Always do that. Don't know why. There you go. And again, I always forget to close this. You know, Tamiya compound is good not only because of the compound, but also it's made for plastic and it melts very, very little in order to get a perfect gloss. Again, not sponsored by Tamiya. Okay, let me clean the work area a little bit. What you working on right now, Nando? I was prepping Zaku for paint, and right now I'm gonna work on that little guy, assembling that little guy. But the Zaku is over there in pieces. I still need to undo those 2 legs and prep them. Also, I'm gonna do a custom job with that. I had to get a few custom paints. This is golden, this is silver, and this is gunmetal. Yeah, testers. Supernova heavy arms. Which one is that? Let me do a quick search. Oh, this one is... Oh, I remember now. And you were switching the gun on this, right? This is like he has... Oh, there was somebody else that came here and was working on the same Gunpla you are working, and he was switching the guns because thought that maybe a huge laser blaster would look better. It already has 200 guns, and he was like, no, let's change it up. And that was funny. That guy is scary. So many... Ooh, that guy is scary. That guy has so many guns and very tiny parts. You be careful with that, my man. Those barrels are really crazy. So, not really? I would look at the details on those arms and on those barrels, and I would think that those are tiny. Ooh. Let me check here. Okay. Supernova Death Site. Is it the one with the missiles in the back? Right? Back shoulders. It's more like shoulders than in the back, right? There's a mosquito that enter here. Oh, I hate those things. Oh. Let me see. Oh, I see. The one with the dark wings. there is a guy who I saw join the it's a third-party kit. It's called the uh glowing X something something. It's a whole bunch of numbers, and it has like this circle in the back, and it joined to this. Oh, really? That's cool. This is all like third party, right? I'm telling you something. I wish I knew more about third-party Gunpla. I don't know that much. I'm not against it. I believe that it's cool to do whatever you want to do, you know? And like it's your wallet. You know what I mean? But I wish I knew more. And I feel like there's tons that I don't know because everybody's like, oh no, how dare you? Ooh, yes. So, I don't know if you know other animes, right? But there's this anime called Might and Magic. It's an anime where it's a isekai, a guy dies, right? And it's reborn in another world. Let me just focus a little bit. But he loves building Gunpla. And he bought just a whole bunch of Gunpla just before he died. So he died and he was like, oh, I will never get to finish up my robot. And he is reborn in this world where there is giant robots and there is magic. Right? I love the robots from that anime. Every single robot is like amazing. And I cannot find the kits officially, but I know there is third party. But unfortunately, there's only 3 third party kits. You know? There is like 25 to 30 robots. Oh, that's cool. But is it better the third party or is it better the well, I know which one is cheaper, but what's the name of this? Okay. What's the name of it? Is it better than the official? Yeah, they make a high grade. Wait, don't they make what's the name of the guy? Don't they make a Verka Moon Gundam? I think there is a Verka version. Right? Nope. I think I saw something about that. If they don't have it, I think I saw a prototype on the internet. And it was signed Verka. I think it was that dude that Gundam News. You seen that dude? I think it was 2 weeks ago I saw, and he showed something about that. And I remember because Moon Gundam is really cool. I think it's because of the poses. You know, one that I wish there was more of it. There's plenty of them. Barbatos. Yeah, Barbatos, there's only high grades. But I believe they are gonna send a master grade, or they just send it. But I wish there was a Barbatos that was like, you know, top-notch quality. And oh, hey, too many Transformers. There is 2 master grade kits of Barbatos. I only seen one. Oh, this kit is this one. This is a master grade RX 78-2. This is the 2.0 version, but it's the 40-year anniversary. It's the one that has clear parts for armor. This is the core fighter. And yes, we did crash on TikTok. I'm streaming live on TikTok, Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. It crashed, but I'm back. Let me double check something before I do everything. Okay, thought so. YT29RN. YT29. That's from the Gundam Builders, right? You know, that's a series that I didn't finish from Gundam. It's like crazy. Gundam Builders. I just saw the beginning. I didn't see the full series yet. It's on my plan of series to see. I know it's been so long since it finished. Oh, dude. It's so fun to join your kit to the story. This is also the thing about Gunpla. There's a story behind it, you know? It's one of the reasons why I really, really love Barbatos. For me, the Iron Blood Orphans. It's not only the best or one of the best Gunplas Gundam series out there for me. I believe it's also one of the best animes, period. There's such a deep story behind it. Like, the more what it's about is that it tells us that war makes men out of kids. You know? It's just amazing. It's a deep, deep philosophical theme. Compare that to other Gundams, like, I guess like Shining Gundam is just a whole bunch. Yeah, Barbatos is awesome. It's not the strongest Gundam by any means, but you know, it's just out there. Like, there is Gundams out there who can travel back in time, who can control other weapons, weapon systems, that can shoot laser up their wazoo. But Barbatos has this savage, visceral thing. Although, again, it's not the most powerful, but I don't know, it's just... It's like an underdog who won't just quit. Well, I guess at the end he died. But you know what I mean. So right now, I'm trying to do the body unit. This is actually the first part of the body unit. This is an interior piece, so I'm just sanding it so it's like flushed. I'm not gonna be like super nifty because this is a part that it's not gonna be seen, you know? The Core Fighter, that one? Yes, this is the Core Fighter. From this. That's another Gundam. This is the... that guy over there, that's the Dreadnought Gundam. It's from the Wing series, but it's like 50 years after the Wing. It's from a... it's not from the movies. It's 50 years after the last movie. That's from manga. A comic book of the Wing. There's 2 comic books that are out, and third one is about to drop of that one. I really like it because of the 2 things. One, they say that it's really hard to make it look cool, but this backpack, it's like a space survival flight backpack, and I think like it's awesome. I'm gonna eventually like paint all this, modify all this, panel line all this, and I think that it's so cool. These parts, they detach and attack, right? And there are other things. It has hooks. Oh, no. I think the carpet monsters. This part still needs to be glued, and there's tons of stickers that I didn't put on him yet because I'm still thinking on what I'm gonna do with it properly. You know? Yeah, I just put it here because I like to have a little bit of Gundam flair while I'm building. This is the core fighter for this build. I prefer the original core fighter to any core fighter out there. Like Shining Gundam had a core fighter. Gundam Builders had a core fighter. But especially for Gundam Builders, it looks a little bit flimsy. This is like what a core fighter should look like in my book. Hey, hey, Letip, Mamba, Irish. Welcome, everybody. We are prepping. Where is the... Just a second. There you go. Now this part... Oh, this is 1,500 grit. The other one was 800. I know some people start with 80, 120, and goes like that, but no. And I know there's still this there, but it's not important. Because this, I pass my finger through it, and I feel like smooth. And if I'm gonna paint it, there's no need to be like removing more material. You can always remove material, you cannot add it back, right? That's the thing. And if you're wondering what is this is a normal blade. It's just a different style of blade. I could use this one, it's fine. There is a bigger one, it's fine. It's just that I feel more control with this one. Don't need to be doing much strength. It's just letting the blade do the work. You know? There you go. You know, you could. You do sprue goo, you could add. But think about it. Every time that I use sprue goo, the result is a plastic with weaker properties than the original, right? Tell me one build where you use liquid cement, you use sprue glue, and the final result was stronger than the original. Now you can make it stronger with, I guess you can put some clear coats that's really heavy bonding agents. But yeah, but think about this. You're doing 50 more steps when if you do less steps, you would get a better quality product. Does that make sense? It's like work smarter and not harder. I love spending my time here, but if I can make a process simpler, anybody can do something good complicated. But if you can do something good simple, that's like amazing. I'm not the best of it, believe me. I'm dabbling in this. I'm just dabbling in this. But I like to see many things, and I'm learning so much with so many people that do Gunpla, that do minis of hot rods, cars, or planes, the military, and some people make it look easy, and those people I'm like, bow down, bow down. And if you look at what they are doing, they make it look like easy because they don't need as many steps in order to complete the builds. They just are precise with each cut. You know, that certain things take time. Yes, they do. But this is a hobby. This is like chilling time for me, you know? Oh, talking about that, I gotta put the background music. Sorry about that. I was reacting to a video and I forgot to put the background music. So, do you guys have any like tip or trick that you think, oh, this is amazing, or oh, there was this guy just now, he showed me something that I never seen before. Well, actually a couple of things. He used glow in the dark, glow with the UV light panel liner tape, panel lining fluid, where he put in the panel lining fluid on a mix of plastic in order to make the plastic glow, and also he put on painter's tape. And I was like, dude, you put on painter's tape and then you put it in the, I don't know if it was painter's, it was tape, and then you glue it into your Gunpla. That's like next level stencil, you know? That's cool. I'm telling you, there's so many tricks that you can learn from so many people. You know, it used to be that people used to gather around hobby stores in order to chat, not only in order to buy the things that you need, the kits that you need, the tools that you need, but also in order to chat with people, and one would learn so much. You know what I mean? In hobby stores, we used to talk about everything. Be like hobbies, be politics, be whatever it is, shows, music. Let me see, let me see. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, 11:22. Well. Oh, if you guys can get this little, this is a tip too. This you can get in Dollar Tree, these little jars. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing many people. I don't know. It's like people are afraid of chatting. You know? Oh, look at this. This little container here, you can get like 8 for $1.25 in Dollar Tree. This not only seals extremely well, this is glass. So if you like sprue glue, man, get these little guys. And then if you have different colors, you just keep them separated like this. You know? And when you need sprue glue, then you put the liquid cement. And you have one of each color. Right? This is cool. Let me switch the camera right now. I'm sorry. So many things. Okay. So, before I finish, let me just see. I'm starting in the X28-2. I had to polish this little guy in order to get rid of some stuff that was going on over there. Also, in the next live, what I'm gonna do, it's prime that Zaku 2 F2. There's only the 2 little legs left that I have to prep for primer. I already modify, I already panel line. You guys can see that. And then I'm gonna do a custom paint job. Also, I still want to finish up building this guy. But it's being like slow and steady. You guys know what I mean? Thank you, everybody. Today's live was awesome. I did learn a few things that I hope to use in the future. Thank you everybody for putting your input. This is like one of the things I really love about doing this thing. Checking out what other people do. You know? Learning from each other. So, everybody, thank you so much. Hope everybody had fun and see you again in the next live. This is Angry Hobby logging out.